I was going to say Brian's real job, but I'm not sure Brian has a real job anymore. But
Mhm.
Brian's uh, passion in life these days is our national teams in the world of basketball.
Right.
And so my question is what hotel are you staying at in Paris now that you know that both the men and women are there? And how nervous were you, Brian? How nervous was last week when it came to the women's team?
Well, John, to be honest with you, we shouldn't have lost that game. And I hit the
Of course
ceiling.
not.
Yeah, we're ranked fourth in the world in women. We're ranked sixth in the world in men. We are the beginning of a golden age for our national team. And, when I say it's the beginning, because both men and women's teams are stacked with pro players from the WNBA and stars from both the WNBA and the NBA. We have 244 kids in NCAA Division One schools right now. So the pipeline is full. We have a bunch of NBA players, whether it's Ben Mathurin or Sharp or Nembhard, that you know aren't on the team but want to get on the team. We're going to have to cut NBA players and maybe some WNBA players. We didn't have a full contingent of our women there because the NCAA teams were in play and they weren't allowing two of our or three of our starters to come play with us. Kia Nurse was injured, and Leah Edwards and another woman couldn't make it. So we didn't have our best. We still stood a one. Japan, I mean, has done admirably well on the world stage these days. So it came down to Spain, and who won by 1 point. They were down by 23 at one point. And I'm watching this. I'm streaming it
No.
down here, the game in Florida, and it's a big deal for us to have both men and women's, and we'll probably have a 3x3 team in the summer games in Paris. We'll be the only sport with three teams. And for the elevation and profile of our brand, it's important that we're front and center with the women. The women to me are more important than the men. But if we didn't make that, it would have hurt everything
Well,
that
hold
we've
on,
done
hold on.
before.
What did you just say there? The women's team
That
is more important than the men's team?
I think so. In
Why?
terms of, I think the opportunity right now for on a commercial side, there is a strong movement by corporate sponsors to support women's sport over men's sport to show diversity, equity, and inclusion. That they are a good partner in total supporting of societal effort.
Yeah.
And you can see it with the PWHL. You can see it with a lot of other the women's soccer that people are jumping on this bandwagon. And our women, as I said, are fourth in the world. We have a real good chance to medal. Our men do too. Don't get me wrong. I mean,
Yep.
our men, like Shea, is playing out of his mind, and we got a lot of great players. But I think this will be the summer that we do medal, and it'll be the first time since 1936. So the reason I say about the women is because there is a shift going on, John.
Brian, the issue with international basketball in Canada forever has been lack of sponsorship, not having enough money to, be good at it. So now we've managed to produce a bunch, as you said, a bunch of really good players, and we are prominently ranked in the world, both men and women. Has the sponsorship situation eased at all?
Yes, but it has. In fact, we're look, and it's all public dollars. Well, I think we did 1.2 million in sponsorship. We're now doing 2.7. We added another 2.7 million dollars. I think those in addition to that. The issue, though, is in order for us to get our best men, we had to treat them the same way they're treated by the NBA in terms of travel, in terms of
Yep.
accommodations, in
Right.
terms of family member hospitality, etc. Secondly, we then purposely said we are treating the women just like we're treating the men. They're not going to be in two to a room. They're going to, as the men get their own room, and they travel in business class, and so all of those costs have gone up.
Sure.
In addition to that, Bob, in order for us to get to the level of where we are, we needed to get new coaches that were pro coaches.